Hello and welcome to NeKy's service station script. Today I'm gonna just give you a walkthrough of my service station script, how to repair, rearm, refuel vehicles, and how to use the mobile service station, which is a box at this moment. It can be attached to any sort of items, or sorry, objects. But for now, it is by default a sling loadable ammo box, vehicle ammo box, which you can bring out into the field and just repair vehicles. And how about we take a look at this? I'm taking a damaged Strider to my service station. It has damaged hull and engine. So now when I'm parked here, I can wait a few seconds and the service station will show up. I've selected the repair one, and it's now checking my fuel system and it's fine. It's inspecting my engine. It noticed that my engine is damaged and therefore it will start repairing the engine. And it just keeps going, and now it is repaired. It will now start repairing the hull. Sorry, it's inspecting and then it starts repairing, but we know it's damaged, so it's gonna repair it anyway. After that, it will start inspecting all the wheels. It will go through all the wheels separately and repair, or sorry, they will remove and mount a new tire for any tire that is damaged. And yeah, it will now notice that all my wheels are fine. There's no damages to the wheels. After that, it will apply some finishing touches, which is just how the vehicle looks, like broken windows, scratches in the hull, bullet holes, and so on. It also contains the bit that repairs the sling load for helicopters. When the repairs are complete, well, you're free to leave and just go out on your business with your vehicle. Now you can see I've parked my vehicle and it's in need of refueling. It was down to half tank and now I'm just selecting refuel. It is refueling the Strider, and we'll just wait for it to finish refueling. It just does it. Depending on how much you've wasted, the more you've wasted, the longer it takes to refuel, obviously. Alright, so how about we take a look at repairing the wheels, or rather mounting and dismounting and remounting the wheels on a vehicle. How it does that for you. If you just bring a vehicle here, I've shut up the front left and front right tire, and I've completely destroyed the rear left tire. The rear right is just fine. I've selected the full service for the vehicle, so it will just go through everything. It will check all the parts of the repairing part of the script, and it will then refuel, and it will then rearm the vehicle if it can be rearmed. And here you can see it removing the first wheel, mounted a new one that is perfectly fine, brand new, straight off the warehouse. Removing the bits of the destroyed wheel, and now mounting a new wheel. And there you go. So you can sling load your vehicles into this repair zone, and it will just add the actions for it. You go down, or someone else already on the ground can walk up to it and start repairing, rearming, or refueling the vehicle. You can see some flashing lights on the outskirts of the helipad here. They are just symbolizing the it's rather informing everyone of a service that is currently ongoing. So whenever they stop, like they just did, because the service is complete, you know that the vehicle has been repaired, or rather the service is complete. Alright, so here we have a helicopter, and I've spent some ammo on every single weapon on it. I've spent some missiles, I've spent some 30mm rounds, and the anti-torque rotor, the main rotor and the engine is damaged, so and it's lost a bunch of fuel as well. So how about we give this one a full service, and it will just go through this as any other vehicle, but with the helicopter parts rather than the vehicle parts. So nothing really new, it just goes through the other parts, and we'll just skip through a bit of it. And now we're refueling it. It took quite a lot of refueling because it ended up draining the fuel tank a bit when when its engine was damaged, and now it is rearming the helicopter. Unfortunately, the rearming bit is a static thing, since due to codes being codes, you can't, or rather, I don't know how to make them kind of fill up depending on how much you've used. So unfortunately, that is a static timer for now. And here we can see I have full amount of missiles, Skyfires, cannon, everything is full on ammo, full fuel, and no damages to the vehicle. So here you have it. You can repair any vehicle in the game. Tanks and civilian vehicles. Just any vehicle you want to repair, you can bring it there and have it repaired as long as it has the parts of any vanilla vehicle. And here we have the mobile service station script. This box underneath the helicopter is bound to the service station script using the service station on the move one. And so how it works is that the box, if you walk up to it and scroll wheel at it, you can select activate service station. If you activate the service station, you will actually get the same thing as a static service station. It's just that whatever's around the box is going to count. The thing you need to keep an eye on is that you can only have one vehicle in the vicinity of the box, otherwise it will not work because it doesn't know what vehicles to apply the actions to. So it's set so that if there's more than one vehicle close to it, then it's just not gonna do anything. It's just gonna do nothing. Moving it, since you can activate it, you can also deactivate it. But if you don't deactivate it, it will automatically deactivate while it's on the move. So here we have Raptor, who decided to help me. Flying in with the helicopter, and he will be landing the box very shortly. And when he has done so, he can just land the bird, or anyone on the ground can walk up to the box and select activate service station. And when that is done, any vehicle, the one vehicle, only one, and in the vicinity of the box, by default it is set to 20 meters, but this can be adjusted in the script. He will have the same options as the static service station as I've shown you previously. So there's nothing specific about that. I will have the same lights as well, depending on if they're turned on or off in the service station script. So here he activates it, and he looks at the helicopter, takes 4 seconds, and he selects a service for the helicopter, and there you can see the lights indicating that the service is now ongoing. So here we have a moving service station, movable service station. It is fairly easy to use. Just pick it up, bring it where it's necessary, activate it, and start repairing shit in the field. So what we can see here are my 2 scripts for my service station. We have the main service station script. Here's how to create your trigger for a static service station. Create a trigger that covers the area you want to be a service station. Select switch. Select activation anybody. Select repeatedly. Select timeout and set it to 444. Otherwise you might end up having multiple actions on the vehicle. It may have when driving in and out of the actual zone, it might actually start glitching out. And add this line to to condition. We'll check for air, and if it's a if it's an air vehicle or if it's a land vehicle, and if it's more than 1 meter above the ground. If it's not 1 meter above the ground. If so, then it will just pass it through to the activation line, list this trigger, etc., etc. Run script / NeKy's service station. If you don't want it to treat aerial units, helicopters, and planes, you can remove this bit. And if you don't want it to cover land vehicles, you remove that bit. Avoid having vehicles, multiple vehicles, I should say, close to the service station. It will only work if one vehicle is within the trigger area. One person can only operate one service station at a time. You can have multiple service stations on the map, and you can have one person run around and work on either one of them. But you can't have one person with 2 service stations and handling both of them. One person can only use one service station at a time, I'm afraid. And these are the variables that you can change. You have the inspection speed. If it's set to 1, it's 1 second, and then multiplied by 3, so that's a total of 3 seconds inspection time. Why I have it multiplied is because of hint messages, to kind of give a feel of something is happening. The repair speed is set to 0.1. The repair speed is in percent of maximum hull points or health points for each part of the vehicle. So it's not for the entire vehicle, it's for the parts of the vehicle. So if the hull or engine is damaged, those are parts. So it will, as you've seen, repair everything independently. And this goes for ground vehicles and helicopter. So 0.1% of maximum health per second over 3 seconds. So it's going to repair every second, 0.1%, boom, boom, boom. But it will not finish until it has actually passed 3 seconds. Well, one repair period is 3 seconds long, so to say. Repair tracks, that is the speed to repair left and right track on tanks. Same thing as the above, and then here we have one separated for planes, because planes only have one hull point. They have no other parts, it has nothing else, so therefore I tend to have this a bit higher because it is only one hit point, which means it should take longer to repair it, otherwise it'll be very quick to repair. But otherwise the same, 0.05%, what I should say is also that on the right here you have 0 means 0% and 1 equals 100%. So 0.1 here is actually 10% and 0.05 is 5% hull point. Well, it repairs 5% per second. Refueling, same here, percent of maximum fuel per second. And for vehicles, removing and mounting new wheels. How many seconds it takes to remove the damaged wheel and how many seconds it takes to mount a new wheel. Rearming speed, this is 3 seconds multiplied by 5, so it means 3 times 5, 15 seconds to rearm vehicles, except for planes, because again, planes are OP, and therefore it should take longer to rearm them in my opinion, but if you think otherwise, just feel free to change it. So I've set that one to 10 seconds times 5 by default. And then we have lights. If you remember those blinking lights, the orange lights, here you can turn them on and off, simply put. True equals on, false equals off. And Next on the line is the NeKy service station OTM. I call it OTM for on the move, which are the boxes you can move around and just move to a vehicle out in the field and repair it. The variables you can change here is the range, how close you need to be to the box to actually be within the trigger area. So this is the size of the trigger that is created when you activate the service station, the mobile service station. 20 meters, so 20 meters from the center of the box and then 20 meters in a circle around it. So you can be up to 20 meters away from the box in this instance, and you will be able to get the service station actions for it. Why I decided to have this, because if you might want to have something that is not so sensitive, like if you want to drop a box close to a lot of other vehicles, you might want to have it as a lower setting, but that means you're gonna have to have several boxes around that you can move around and service vehicles with. And if you'd want to have it higher, yeah, sure, but remember, there can only be one vehicle in my service station, otherwise it's gonna mess out. Go crazy. It's not gonna work. It's just gonna skip the whole. It's not gonna add anything. And all you need to do is just. Here you have the what you need to do on the box. So you place this in the init line of the box. Null equals this execute script / NeKy service station otm.sqf. So yeah, that's all you need to get the service station running. And now I'm gonna show you how to do it all from scratch. So let's place our player and let's just make a helipad. Where are you? Aren't you in here? Yes, you are. Helipad circle. Yeah, let's take a rescue one. Alright, so let's have decide to have the service station there. Now we can just tab into the script and it will say create a trigger that covers the area you want to be a service station. Alright then. So let's make a trigger that is 5 by 5. Now it's gonna be 10 by 10. Let's say 10 by 10. Nah. 7 by 7. That seems to fit the bill. There we go. So we have a trigger in place. What do we do next? Switch it to change the type to switch. Set activation to anybody. I think I can just keep this one open for now. Activation, anybody. Select repeatedly. Select timeout and set it to 4-4-4. 4 and it is timeout. Let's tab over. Add this to the condition line. Okay, then I'll just copy paste this whole thing then. Copy, tab, and Control V to paste it in. There we go. Tab out, and this in the activation. Copy paste. And that's it. Now we have successfully added the service station. So let's just place a vehicle. Let's take yeah, isn't this? Yeah, this is an APC. Alright, so let's just put it there. Let's preview. Come on, it's an empty map. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there we have the service station. Here we have my vehicle. Let's hop in. Let's go third person just because I'm lazy. Let's see, I have no actions. I'm in here, wait 4 seconds. And no. And I have no actions. I have completely fucked something up. Oh yeah, now I know what. Yes, of course, that rookie mistake. We've gotta save this thing. Save as test mission, test service station. Okay, we'll go into my service station folder. We're gonna copy those two, just for this time around at least. We're gonna back off. This is test service station folder. We're gonna create a new folder here called scripts. We're gonna jump into that one. We're gonna paste the scripts. We're gonna tab into the game, save, and preview. Now this is gonna work a hell of a lot better. That was a rookie mistake for sure. Alright, so I'd be surprised if it doesn't work this time around. Let's go in, stop, scroll, and there we go. So now I have my service station operational on this map. So if I repair, it shuts off the engine. It goes through the all the parts of the vehicle, and since this one has 8 tires, it's actually going to go through all 8 of them. So how about we fast forward? Oh, and what happens if you try and do another thing? If you try and do another thing while another service is going, there you go. Service station is busy. Please wait for the current service to be finished. There we go. Repairs complete, and it automatically starts up the engine again. Let's try refueling. That's not necessary, but we can actually do some rearming. And yeah, there you have that bit working. Let's just take a quick look at how to add a working mobile service station. So let's take empty. And I know from previously that if we go into ammo and where are you? Vehicle ammo. Let's take AF since we're AF. Let's call it box 1 so I can show you that I can move it around. The name is not necessary. Let's jump into the service station OTM script. And at the top you have the example for the code you need to add. Copy, go in, paste, okay, and let's go save and preview. So now if I run up to this box, I should be able to select activate service station. There we go. So if I select that, service station activated, and then there's a reminder that you can only have one vehicle close to the object, otherwise it will not work. Alright. So let's run off over here, hop into the vehicle, and let's go third person just for now. Let's drive into the vicinity of this mobile service station. And there we go. Refueling is not needed. You can actually see the spheres on this one as well, the flashing lights. They are about 10 meters out. That's a good, might be good to know. So those are about 10 meters away from the box. And so yeah, there you have it. If I'd start repairing and I decide to run off in the middle of a repair, it's gonna stop the service of the vehicle, because I have now left the service station. Alright, so now that we know that it is working over there, how about we drive off over here? Let's stop, and let's do this. And let's type box 1 set position ATL get post player. Enter. There we go. Let's deactivate it. Let's activate it. And I don't even need to be in the vehicle, it will get the actions anyway. So there you have it. That is NeKy's service station at this very moment. I hope you've enjoyed the videos, I hope they've been helpful, and I hope you might find some use of this script of mine.